Are you guys ready to go on a date with She-Hulk? Oh, wait. Jennifer Walters? I know I'm excited. Aren't you excited? This is how excited I am.
Oh no, it's happening. Let's.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis, and of course, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. And in this episode of She-Hulk, goodness, if there was an episode that I absolutely loathed the most, that had zero redeeming quality to it, it would be this one for sure. But before I get into this review of this episode, please do your girl a favor. Hit that subscribe button, and when you do, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when your girl has hot, fresh content, or in this case, content that I was happy to sit on because I had to deal with Hurricane Ian and my broadband. I had to wait for that to come back up to enjoy when I put it out there. So let's rip this band-aid off and get started on reviewing this this abysmal ass episode. Now, as I told you all, episode starts out, Jen is on a date. Guess what? She's all happy and getting ready for the date with the guy she met at the wedding. You know, the wedding where as She-Hulk, did the battle dance with Titania. Yeah, that guy, the nice guy. So she's all happy, doing all, the pre-date stuff that you do. And of course, we're treated to just seeing just how happy she is that she's dating this guy. Now, obviously, I have nothing against this. It's kind of fun seeing how excited she is, about going on the multiple dates with this dude. I say this dude because I can't be bothered to remember his name. Because why should I remember his name when I don't even freaking care about Jennifer Walters? Because she's a freaking unlikable character in this show. So if I liked her character and I cared about her character, I would be emotionally invested in this scene. But well, I should say in this montage, but I'm not because I don't care about her. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm just like, oh, all right, wake me up when something interesting happens. And can I just say, is this the second dude that she's like slept with since the show started? I honestly feel like calling her She-Ho instead of She-Hulk, but it's only the second one. So, and going by the montage apparently was a couple of days. But either way, girlfriend is naked by herself and dude is gone. So who knows what's up with that? But I guess you can see where this is going.
Oh, are you going down a rabbit hole on that intelligentsia site?
What? No, I don't care what a bunch of losers say about me online.
Well, apparently she does care what these man babies think about her, or else she wouldn't be bringing it up. And she wouldn't be ignoring the fact that she got nominated for so-called Female Lawyer of the Year. So rather than focused on that, she's worried about what some randos are saying about her on the internet. Oh my gosh. Insecure much? Mm. All right, so it's Saturday. Josh hasn't called her back after her text saying, "This was fun." fun being, the fact that, she had sex with him. But apparently he's ghosted her, and she is none too happy about that. What you gonna do, right? I gotta say, I love Miss Piggy, and Miss Piggy is actually likable. So she is the strong woman who didn't take any crap. So me seeing this, the only thing I thought of is that Jen wishes she could be a quarter as likable as Miss Piggy, but I digress. So Jen has nothing else to do, right, on a Saturday. So she gets a call from Emil Blonsky's parole officer. Emil Blonsky, the abomination, of course, who is no longer shifting into the abomination as the conditions of his parole, and he's got to wear an ankle monitor and all that. Well, apparently something went off with the ankle monitor. Something's a little fuzzy, and rather than the parole officer, kitting up and bringing security with him, he's like, we don't have enough security personnel to go with me. So, Jen, you want to come with me as She-Hulk to protect me? This guy's a parole officer. I can't see abomination or not, the fact that he wants her to go up there with her as She-Hulk to go handle this. Just, I guess, to some people, it's funny. Again, if I cared about Jen, I would actually care, but it's not. I just think it's kind of weak sauce. So speaking of weak sauce, get to the retreat, and it turns out that Abomination, he's pretty cool, sticking to the conditions of his parole. Nothing really shady going on, and the irregularity in his house arrest bracelet is because he went to rescue his pet chicken that was caught in the electric fence and discharged from the electric fence. Set the house arrest bracelet a little wonky, which is, why the parole officer got tipped off about it. I hope they named, I think he said the chicken was Camilla. I hope he did, because that would actually been a funny Muppet joke. So Jen's car gets wrecked by two, I guess, F list. Uh, I don't know if you want to call them villains. I don't know what the heck they are. Just some lost souls. Well, apparently they're finding themselves at the retreat that Emil Blonsky, aka the Abomination, runs. Apparently, dude over here to the left, who looks like a bull, apparently took out his aggressions on Jen's car. So, what's Jen to do? Tow truck's not going to be there for like a while, couple of hours. So she's got at work to do. There's no signal. I mean, literally almost about a minute of us watching her with her phone. Well, there's no service. I mean, do we really care about this? No, no, we really do not. Although I will say I really do care about that awfully bad fashion that she's wearing. Please don't tell me Luke gave her that. Just no. The one place that Jen finds service, guess what? It's in the therapy session here with the matador, or I should say, the matador in denial there to the left, along with the bull guy over there to the right. All discussing, their feelings and how they can do, to do better. Now, these secondary characters, aside from Emil Blonsky, I didn't really give a rip about. They weren't interesting. They weren't funny. They weren't engaging at all. I felt really bad for Emil. Like, I got to put up with these freaking people. There was nothing about any of these secondary characters in here that I cared about. I mean, you can have, characters that pop in and they kind of make sense, but it just wasn't really interesting to me at all. The whole therapy session is a funny comedy trope to use, but I didn't feel they executed it very well here. So guess what? Jen runs into one of the guys that tried to jump her in the alley. Remember, they're trying to get her blood, but apparently she recognized this dude and was about to Hulk out on his ass. But Emil's like, hey, it's a safe space. You can't go, charging after him. You need to deal with your aggression. So eventually, Jen goes into this pity party pretty much about herself. Well, she's She Hulk. Well, She Hulk is cooler than I am. So I prefer to be She Hulk. And of course, all the guys in the circle remind her that maybe she needs to be comfortable with just being Jen. Would you really want to be in a therapy circle with these guys? I mean, they're not threatening and not interesting. And apparently, the guy with the whole uh, straw costume and everything on really needs to take a bath really bad. At least according to the episode, he just I don't think he's ever taken a bath since he's had that getup on. So not only do they convince Jen to, not be She-Hulk and turn into Jen, but also convince her that maybe she doesn't need to keep chasing after Josh, you know. Kind of some common sense stuff. Again, if I cared about the character, I actually care about this part. But they get her to delete Josh's number from her phone. Funny how a bunch of guys had to tell her that, but it is what it is. So she goes into a yurt, I kid you not, to, cleanse and detoxify or whatever the heck it is. And everyone claps and all that she came out. So I guess she's enlightened or a weight has been lifted off that she's no longer concerned about, about Josh. I get it. We've been there. Or some dude, all of a sudden winds up ghosting us and you don't hear from him and you feel like it's all your fault when eh, sometimes it's not all your fault. So while I could empathize with that particular situation, again, I don't care about the chick. So the tow truck finally gets there and picks up Jen's car and she picks it, off and kind of contemplating and thinking about what happened, these past 3 days and just thinking, when you hear that, like, I don't know. I just know it's not my favorite angry white girl music, which is kind of what I feel that that we should be hearing right now. But apparently it's some mellow nonsense. But anyway, didn't really care about hearing this, didn't really care about the scene. I was just thinking, oh my God, this episode is finally over, so I can forget it. Not enough Slick Nick in it. I didn't see Pug in it. I Emil Blonsky, yeah, it was good to see the Abomination, but just not enough to hold my interest. And again, I was just glad that this episode was over. And again, the worst episode of the season. Or so I thought this episode was over. But no, they're going to prolong the pain for us here. So here's Josh. Remember him? Remember Josh? Yeah. There he is. It's like, what's he up to? What could he possibly be doing? Well, what boyfriend was up to was copying all the stuff off of her phone. Now, why on earth would he be doing that? Hmm. Well, that's because Josh is hulking. Duh. Uh, I honestly care more about Josh now that he's hulking, now that we know that he's hulking, instead of Jen. You got to be careful who he's sleeping with, women. You never know. Because this just turned into probably worse than a lifetime a lifetime movie. I shouldn't joke about lifetime movies. I actually like them. The plots are actually pretty good and I actually usually care about the protagonist. In this case, I want to see him get a hold of a sample of her blood, which he obviously did. I want to see how far Josh slash Hulk King goes. Props to showing up at the wedding with Titania as your plus one. I give you props for that. Okay, so that was episode 7 of She-Hulk. Like I said, this is the worst episode of the season. With the other episodes that I watched, I could latch on to the secondary characters. They all had something to offer that I could laugh at and actually enjoy and want to see more of them. This one, nothing. Didn't care about Jen. Didn't care that she got ghosted. Didn't care that she had to work whatever it is out, at this retreat just because she was stuck there waiting for the tow truck. I didn't even really care that much about Josh dumping her. And those last couple of seconds at the end of the episode that shows you what happened 3 days later were probably the best part of the episode, which isn't saying much at all. All right, well, that's your girl's spicy take on this. Let me know in the comments, what did you think of this particular episode of She-Hulk, especially considering the episodes that have come before? Do you think that, this is the worst episode? Do you think it's the best episode? I mean, I would like to hear from you because from the folks that I know, they have just dropped out of watching this show. Your girl likes train wrecks, and I gotta say, this is one painful train wreck. I feel that it's a trash show. Your girl has a favorite trash show known as 90 Day Fiancé, and that's some enjoyable trash. This show is not that for me, but let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this show so far. Because I mean, man, if you're enjoying it, enjoy the heck out of it, and don't let anybody tell you differently. You enjoy this show. All right, folks, if you got some value out of this video, please do hit that thumbs up. And if you didn't, well, hey, I can't please everybody every day. But thank you for being here. So until the next video, take care. I'll see ya. Bye. Oh my God, 2 more episodes. I'm gonna have to mix this with probably vodka or something to get through this.
Oh no, it's happening.
The ends are switching identities.